Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Arizona 0941504, Georgia 69178, Illinois 031.0058339, Nevada 57237, Oregon, Tennessee 184373, Texas, Washington MLO 237926, Heidi Schlegel Points, California DBO 1666881.
She's the mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.
We're a little tired this week. If you guys haven't watched us do this live, you guys should. That way you get to see what I look like, what Heidi looks like. You guys can see our transformation with our diets. You guys can watch how our weeks go. We talk about them. We always catch up with Mom first thing at the beginning. But this week has been a roller coaster.
To say the least.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, rates have been up, rates have been down. It's been very, very volatile. We've been swinging by as much as 0.5% in interest rates this week. So, you call me and you get a rate quote and you wait a day and then do your loan application and the rate is just completely different. It's going to stay volatile like this for a while. So we've definitely got to, try to make sure that we're catching things on the downswing. Well, how do we catch things on the downswing?
Get it done right away.
Get it done. So, that's kind of the biggest problem that we've had is that we talk to clients and then, they get to their application when they can.
Right.
Everybody's working, everybody's busy. And, so they're going to go home that night and they're going to work on it and do it. And by the time that they get it to us, though, everything has changed.
Everybody wants to go home. They hear a rate they love it, but they want to think about it.
Right.
They're not sure, right? Is it going to go down more?
Right.
I have to tell you. That's not working out in most people's favor.
Not right now. No, absolutely not. So, definitely be prepared. Get your application done. Get it submitted. A bunch of people ask me when I'm on the phone, can you lock me in?
Yep.
Well, sure, when I have your application. So,
yeah.
I have to have an application. I've got to have all of your documentation. I can't have an application with no documentation. I can't lock you in unless the file is ready to go. And honestly, this week has just been absolutely crazy. A lot of the mortgage industry, it doesn't matter what company that you're working with, but a lot of the mortgage industry actually uses the same software for their loan applications to price loans. Many of us use what's called Optimal Blue to actually log in and pull the pricing and the rate sheets for the day. And because of the uptick in the amount of applications that we have had, which has been very unexpected, nobody was prepared, nobody is staffed, nobody's got enough people. Because of that crazy influx of loan applications and the amount of loan officers that are trying to access the system and move as quickly as they can, all of our systems are crashing.
Yes, they're crashing. They're so slow that as soon as you think you got in, it times out.
Right.
So what did we have on Monday? How many loans were locked on Monday?
On Monday, just our team?
Yeah.
I believe we locked about 15.
Okay. And then how many just across, like with Movement, it was what?
For Movement Mortgage, they locked 1,200 loans as a company on Monday. So, and that has been going consistently day after day after day now since everything really, started to drop significantly with the stock market and with our rates improving. So, it's one of those things that when you've got that many applications, that much volume, that many people trying to access the software, we're having very serious troubles accessing the software.
Right. And that's just people that were locked, not people that were going in and pricing, not people that were going in and putting new applications, not people that are already in the process trying to finish up their applications, get their loans funded. So it is an abundance of people going in, working through the loans, trying to get loans done, trying to get new applications and trying to get the rates locked. So best I can say is when you talk to Debbie and you hear that rate and you're ready to get your application started, take the time, get it done, go for it and do it. Do it right now. Do it right away. Take the few minutes, collect your documents. And even when you call, have some of those documents ready. Your income, your assets, your taxes, your insurance, so that you are already ready. When you talk to her on the phone, you're like, great, I have it all together. Okay, I'm ready. Where do I send it?
Yeah. Well, and people ask me all the time, what, or not, they don't ask me, they ask Chris.
Right.
So they call in to schedule the appointment and they ask, what should we have ready for Debbie when we're, for our appointment time? Every single client starts with an appointment, and it's the only time you're on an appointment. Other than that, you can call us, you can email me, you can, walk right into the office. We had, our favorite client, Sean, come in today.
Yep.
So, it's a normal working relationship, but I've got to take the time with you to understand your goals and what it is that you're trying to do with your home situation and your financial situation, and what is your house worth, and how much do you owe on your house, and do you have your property taxes and insurance in your payment? Well, what do those cost you per year? How much are those property taxes? How much is that homeowner's insurance policy? Many people don't know those answers because it's all bundled into their payment, so they really don't know what those numbers are.
I don't know what mine are.
Right. So be prepared and know what they are. Have all of that information available. Know where your credit score is. If you're not if you don't have credit monitoring, get it. Know where your credit score is at, and look up your property on Zillow or Redfin just to get an idea. What is it worth today? We need to know these things in order to give you that information. If you want to know, I'm not sure if I'll qualify. Well, you know what? Have those W-2s, those pay stubs, those tax returns. Have them there with you and ready so that we can have that consultation. And I can take really great notes when we have that conversation. And then from there, you're off to the races. I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to tell you how to apply, and you're going to get that application done. So it will really save you time. It saves me time. It makes everything go much quicker, and you get much better information. You're going to get a much closer estimate to what those numbers will truly look like once I get the application and I have the time to build it out, to pull the fees, to know what your balances are. It's really going to help me give you much better information by just a phone call, over the phone.
Yeah, absolutely. And then once it comes over to me, we're ready, raring to go. I can, look through everything, connect all the dots, dot the I's,
dot the I's, cross
the T's. And I probably don't have to ask you for very much more, and potentially could just get your loan right into underwriting and just let you know what the next steps are. So it will really help us move through. Right now, when we lock your rate is locked on calendar days. But as you know, I'm sure most of you have at least a day or two off during the week. So do we. So does underwriting. So does processing. So we're locked for calendar days, but your loan is being processed on business days. So we want to make sure that we don't ever have to extend that lock.
Right. So a couple things to keep in mind, and we do want you guys to give us a call. We'd love to get you on the calendar. We would love to make an appointment with you, talk to you about your situation, maybe get that application started and get that rate locked in. We want to do that with you. So if you guys do want to give us a call, please feel free to do so. It's 844-935-3634. My assistant Chris or my call service is going to get that appointment set up for you so that you are talking to me one-on-one. A couple of things to keep in mind is that we have just recently started on Monday, 2 new loan officers. We've got Carrie Margulies and Cindy Rousson. They have both been in the business for years. Everybody in this business as loan officers, we're all actually pretty tight. Everybody's kind of run into each other at some point in time through another company that we've worked at, or whatever. It's a small industry, and these ladies have been in the business for a very long time. They know what they're doing. So if you cannot wait for me, that's another thing that I do want to tell you. I, of course, want to talk to everybody. And if you want to talk to me, I want you to talk to me. But if you cannot wait, you don't want to wait for an appointment that is 4 or 5 days out to get on my calendar, then ask for Cindy or ask for Carrie. Take that opportunity. They're going to be able to get back to you, if not same day, by right the next day. So definitely, we've got the capacity. I'm hiring as fast as I can to make sure that we've got that help. We want to make sure that we keep things rolling through very, very quickly for you. Yep. The best thing that you can do for us is to be prepared when you do call, know what you're looking for, know what those numbers are, what do you owe, what are those taxes, what's that insurance, how much do you make, how much are your HOA dues. You want to know what all that information is, and you're going to get information very, very quickly that way, be able to get that application in and be able to get that rate locked in.
Absolutely. And the better these ladies do, the faster I move, and the faster you get your loan done through the process without bumps in the road.
Right. Right. And we definitely don't want those bumps in the road. So definitely something to keep in mind. Another thing with the, kind of system changes and the systems crashing. And again, this is industry wide. This was not just us. It wasn't Movement Mortgage. It's not Mortgage Mom Radio. It's been industry wide. And
absolutely.
So one of the things that we've noticed as a team here in California, which is kind of a benefit that we're here, is that, the Central Time Zone, Eastern Time Zone, they're all in the system working before we make it to work, during the day, in the morning. Right. And so what we've noticed is that our systems are working much, much better after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yep. So we have actually gone ahead and made the decision to change our hours.
Yes.
And we will be working from 2 to 9 every day, so that we can make sure that we are working as fast and as quickly as possible and maintaining the service level that, we want to maintain. We've got, our reputation that has been very good. Every client that's worked with us has truly been happy. We really do strive to do it good, better, and better, and the best. And we want to keep doing that. So we've actually made that decision. Trust me, it's very hard as moms to say we're going to work at night when our kids are home from school, but we want to make sure that we're getting you what we need. As we're sitting there and we're watching the computer, turn in circles as we're just waiting for something to load, and it's 10, 15 minutes, we can get it done much, much quicker when things are moving. So we're also have taken that step to make sure that we're going to take care of you.
Which actually might work out well for most of you that work the, 7 to 4, 8 to 5, 9 to 6 job. It might actually work out really well for you that we're going to be working more of the night shift in the interim.
Right.
So we will be here a little bit later. We're going to start a little bit later, but that will help us to really move very efficiently through the system that is a little bit clogged up right now due to the amazing rates. But we will be here later. But we will definitely be here, and we will be working just as hard.
Yep, absolutely. So again, how do you guys get a hold of us? You want to talk to us about your refinance. You want to know what can you do to lower that rate, lower that monthly payment. And let me just tell you, when I tell you that rates have been shifting and they've been moving quite a bit, and we've been up a half, down a half, we're still lower than where we were 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So even with the rates having gone back up, we are still lower than where we were 2 weeks ago. So definitely get those applications started. We're going to talk about whether it's the time to lock, not lock. That's ultimately your decision, but we can definitely give you our opinion. We can give you options and opportunities. I had a client today that said, you know what, I missed it. I missed Monday's rate sheet.
Yep.
And now it's Wednesday, and we're up 0.5% since Monday. But she missed the rate sheet, but she's not going to stop. She's going to complete the application. We're going to get everything ready. We're going to get it in process. We're going to get the loan approved through underwriting. And that way, when it is the right time for her, we can hit the button, lock it in, and pretty much finish up that file. So that is definitely a good opportunity. Everybody keeps asking me, are rates going to get better?
Well, my magic 8 ball broke. I don't know about yours.
Yes. So my crystal ball is broken. If it wasn't broken, I would be a millionaire right now.
Yep.
But in my personal opinion, we see the rates go up. We see the rates go down. We see the rates go up. We see them go down. They typically level off. So they come down to a bottom, and then they come back up a little bit, and then they kind of level off.
Yep.
However, we're in such uncharted territory right now with the coronavirus, which we're going to talk a little bit more about. We're really in uncharted territory that we don't really know. We're reading things about Italy and how they've had to shut it down, and they've literally told people go home and stay in your homes for 14 days. Do not come out. Do not leave. We don't know if it's going to hit us that way here in the U.S. We don't know how our economy is going to react to that. We already see that the stock market has dropped and it's fallen and it's not doing well. So if we're using Debbie's crystal ball, my crystal ball would tell me that we will see another rate drop. We will probably get back down to where we were on Monday, which were the very best rates I've ever seen in my career. And I'm going to be honest. No, I'm going to be literally the best rates I've ever seen in my career.
I'm really upset that I didn't do anything yet.
Yep, they were literally on Monday. So I would think, though, that we will probably see those come down again, come down a little bit further. Again, like I said, we're very volatile right now. And if you have been thinking about doing something, get off the stick. Get it done. Yep. Call us, make the appointment, talk to me, talk to Carrie, talk to Cindy, talk to one of us moms, one of us girls.
Yep.
Get your appointment done, get your application in, get it ready, and let us, help you to try to figure out, what's the very best timing to lock in. If you have already locked your rate in, you are in a fantastic place. Do not worry. You literally got in when everybody else didn't. So you should be absolutely ecstatic that you took that leap and that you got that done, and you didn't worry about, oh, well, they might go lower, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. You jumped on it, you got it, and again, those were the lowest rates as of Monday. So all of last week and Monday, lowest rates I've seen in my career, and my career goes back.
Right?
It goes back pretty far. So if you did lock in, congratulations to you. You did it right. You're in a good spot. Hang in there, stick it out. The mortgage companies are busy right now. We just said last week that we were still at about a 30-day turn time for refinances. I'm going to actually stop that right now and tell you guys, as of today, 1 week later, we're probably at 45 days. Next week, we could easily be at 50 days. When we're running 30, 45, 50, 60 days, us as a mortgage bank are running at those time frames and those volumes. If you've started your loan with a bank, I can promise you that it's probably, I'm going to say promise and probably because I have to protect myself with what I say on air. But it's probably much longer than that. But if you locked in that rate, stick it out, because in the long run, you are definitely going to benefit from having been patient.
Absolutely. And just respond, be responsive, get your documents in so that you are getting it done in your rate lock period, even if it is a little bit longer than the 30 days you were hoping for, 45 days, even 50. Get your documents in. The faster you do, the faster you're going to move through it and get your loan done.
Yep, absolutely. So again, how do you guys give us a call? Super simple, 844-935-3634. That's 844-WE-LEND for you, LEND, and the number 4. So that's how you give us a call. Get those appointments on the calendar. Chris is answering the phone. He will absolutely take care of you. So will we, and everybody on my team. We will make sure that you guys are, taken care of and you're in good hands. So I've got like a bunch of laughing going on. My sons are the ones that run the show here. I've got Mikey behind the computer doing the camera. I've got Manny just outside of the window. He's cleaning the window with his T-shirt, showing us his belly. Not exactly sure what's going on. But if you guys were watching us on YouTube, I know that this replays on Saturday morning. And you guys are listening to us. We recorded this Wednesday. We're live at 5 on YouTube every week. If you guys were watching us right now, you'd be able to see the humor of what's going on. We love it.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just laughing. I have no idea what they're doing.
Right. We absolutely love it. So we are going to take a very quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about
Catching up with mom.
Catching up with mom. We've got to do that. We've got to talk about our long nights that we've had. We've got to talk about Mikey's petition that he did.
Yes.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
She's a mortgage mom.
Mortgage Mom here. Did you know that property values are up and interest rates are down? Do you have some debt that you'd like to get paid off? Give me a call. It's 844-935-3634.
She's a mortgage mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call mom.
Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, California NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Texas and Tennessee, 184373, Arizona 0941504, and Nevada 57237.
Do you own your home? Have you considered what could happen to your home if something happened to you and your family had to go through the dreaded probate process? Hello, I am the estate planning mom, and my name is Krista Hermance. I am an estate planning attorney at Hermance Law. If you own your home and something happened to you, depending on how title is held, your family may have to go through probate court. Probate in California can take an average of 12 months to 2 years to complete. It is very expensive and public. A will, while it states how you want your stuff distributed, doesn't actually avoid probate. It just guarantees it. If you want to avoid probate, a trust might be your best option, and we can help you figure that out. We have offices in Ventura, Westlake Village, Santa Clarita, and work with clients virtually throughout California. For information, text WILL to 474747. Again, text WILL to 474747.
This attorney advertising is intended for general information only, not intended to be legal advice, nor does it create an attorney-client relationship. Attorneys at Hermance Law are licensed to practice law in California only. You should seek advice from a legal professional licensed in your state. Hermance Law is located in Ventura, California, and can be reached at 805-518-9633.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for watching. This is Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and I've got Heidi Slugglepoints with me.
Hello.
My absolute partner in crime. If it wasn't for her, I truly don't know what I would do. I've got to tell you that. I've got to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, seriously, I feel like we're in a war zone right now.
Oh, we are. And you know what's funny is after this weekend, we were together every day.
We were.
And I was laughing. I was like, I feel like we live together. We work together. The only thing we don't do is sleep next to each other.
And we've done that before when
Yes.
we've had to. We've had to share hotel rooms when we've gone out of town for business.
Right,
And
yeah.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
it's like, I'm like, wow, I feel like we're sisters or sister wives or whatever, because it was like every day this week we were like, see you in the morning.
Right.
See you in the morning.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. So let's do a little bit of catching up with Mom, because it with the rates down, it does really feel like it's been a bit of a war zone.
Yes.
We've been working absolute crazy hours, crazy busy,
Yeah.
going as fast as we can. We're basically human machines at this point.
Yeah.
But we had some fun.
We did.
We did. So we went to Blake Shelton.
We did. Greatest concert.
Oh my
I mean,
goodness, was he amazing.
And we were really considering with the coronavirus not going, right?
Right.
Do you go? Do you not go? Do you put your life on hold? What do we do? But we got these tickets like 6 months ago. At least it feels like that. I have no idea when we got them. So glad we went. It was such an incredible show.
It was so nice. It was
He's
so fun.
such a performer. He's super funny. Honestly, I wish we knew the guy because he seems like someone you want to be best friends with.
Oh yeah, he definitely seems like somebody you'd want to like hang out with.
Oh, go drinking with
Right.
for sure.
Grab a
Even
cold
though
beer,
Pretty
yeah.
sure I couldn't hang with him, but I would definitely try. I would give
Yeah.
it my best.
Yeah.
So
But it was a
yeah.
great concert. He
Great
brought
concert.
out Trace Atkins, which was amazing.
Yes.
Brought out Gwen to do
came
his
out.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
it was
and I love me some Trace.
right.
So
right. and we needed that. I mean, we
did.
really have been for this was so unexpected where these interest rates came from. Nobody was anticipating it. Not a single mortgage company is prepared. Nobody's got enough processors. They don't have enough underwriters. We don't even have
We
enough
don't have
staff.
enough anything.
Even just to take phone calls. And it was. But we've been working crazy.
Yeah.
And that it was really a nice relief. It was like a nice.
right, and we got to spend some time with our husbands.
We did, yes.
So
they got
I'm
to
sure
see us.
they appreciated that,
Yeah.
right? We do a lot of stuff for work.
Right.
So you and I will go somewhere, but it's normally work and it's interacting with people, but our husbands don't get to go. So we got to spend some time with our husbands, go out, have a nice evening.
Yeah,
So
it was.
it was great.
It was
Had
very
a lot
good.
of fun.
It was very good. So, one of the things that, a lot of people are talking about right now is obviously the coronavirus, which
Right.
is what has led us to the interest rates to get down to the level where they're at.
Right.
And everything that is, going on and taking place. And, my little guy, Zeke, he's 4, and he's the one that's autistic. I don't know what the deal is. Hey, other mommies and daddies out there with autistic kids, seriously, call me. I don't know what is the deal with his immune system, but I'm telling you, this kid is sick over and over and over and over and over. And, just yesterday, the night before, so Sunday night, he started coughing, and Monday afternoon, he was running a fever. And the fever is staying down by doing, the ibuprofen and the Tylenol, and, you got to go through
But it
the
got
whole...
up pretty high.
It did. It got up pretty high. It was running about 102 and a half, in between that.
Right.
And we're bringing it down in between. And he's just absolutely miserable right now. And, I'm not running him to the doctor. I've done what they've told me to do. I've called the doctor to let them know. I'm not going to run him in. If he happens to have it, I don't need to give it to everybody else that's in the waiting room.
Right.
I don't think that he has that. I truly don't, but he is just so sick. And with him being that sick, it really frustrates me that the schools have not stopped yet. UCLA is shutting down their campuses. They've canceled our Stagecoach.
Right.
I mean, what the heck? What the heck? Which I get.
October.
I get it. And they've got to do it for safety. But they've stopped Stagecoach, stopped Coachella. They've stopped people. The March Madness. They're not even going to have people out there watching. Right. It's going to be all TV or nothing.
And from my understanding, most of the college sports, they're going to continue the sports, but have no fans.
Right.
Not just March Madness,
right,
which is also college, right?
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
And
Sorry,
my little guy.
I'm not big on the sports, but
right. No, but my little guy is, he's just that much more susceptible to getting sick, and he's, already in special ed with the school district, even though he's only 4 because of the autism.
Right.
And he is just absolutely sick as a dog right now, and it just infuriates me that they have not. I mean, why are we waiting until we're in a situation like Italy? Like, that's the thing. That's the piece that I don't understand. Why are we waiting until it is so widespread that at that point everybody's got it and they're shutting you down into your house for 14 days?
Right. Well, like Milan, they've been in isolation, all of Milan, and they're till April at this point.
Right.
So it's not even just 14 days.
No, because
and we're not prepared for isolation because you can't even get toilet paper.
Right. Everybody and their mothers sold out, Sam's Club and Costco and everywhere else. So
Amazon, Costco, Sam's Club. I mean,
right. But why are we waiting? Why not just stop it now before it is this giant outbreak and it does have to go for a month or, 30 days or 45 days to make sure that it's all 100% been contained? Yeah. Why not get these kids out of school now? I just don't understand why we're waiting. That is that's a piece that's really, really frustrating to me.
Right.
And, we could stop it right now. I mean, we truly don't have enough cases yet that if we did just halt it for the 14 days and give it a weekend on each side,
right.
Now you've got 18, 19 days that we could possibly, help solve.
They're now calling it a pandemic, right?
Absolutely.
So we've got a pandemic. Everyone is starting to take little pieces of action here and there. Now, we're very lucky, right? Our office is very limited to access. We don't have 20, 30, 40, hundreds of thousands of people in our office, whereas like some of these big corporate buildings, these people that go in and they've got, I've worked in one of those buildings.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've got hundreds or thousands of people in these buildings. It only takes one.
Right. Right.
Only takes one to have it. And a lot of people, as they're saying, they don't know they have it. They're not even showing symptoms yet. And by the time they do, they've already passed it along, right? It takes a cough.
Right. Right, exactly.
To spread.
Exactly. So so here's the funny part. So I'm talking to Mikey this morning about it, and obviously these are just my opinions, and you may have your own opinion. You may totally disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm not here to say that I'm always right, but
we were thinking different before.
We were totally thinking
didn't
different.
Panic.
Absolutely. But I'm driving to school this morning, and I got vomited all over the front of me and all down my back last night after we got home from work at 10 o'clock, and it's 11 o'clock, and now the little guy's running 102, almost 103, and he's throwing up all over me, and I'm driving Mikey to school. He's got to be there, early in the morning. And so I'm driving to school this morning and I'm complaining and I'm saying, why don't they just shut it down? I don't understand. And so Mikey decided to jump online and create a petition on change.org to shut down the Hart School District because, why not? Like, let's just do it. So within, I don't know, an hour, he's had about 600 people sign it and back it. And, so obviously I'm not the only person that feels that way.
Well, and clearly we're not, right? We already got an email from the district saying it's not if, it's when.
Right.
And they're preparing for how they're going to educate our kids outside of the school and do it.
You know what? I'm a mom. I want them
class.
in school. Trust me, right? So why not? So take them out now and extend the school year into the summer.
Right.
Right? I mean, like you would with snow days.
Right.
I mean,
we have to change things.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I want them in school, right?
Right.
Christopher did homeschool, not with me. But through the district, and it's a great program. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a fantastic program. My son was in 8th grade when we did it. And I agree, he was way too young to do it. I don't have it. And
she's coughing. I don't have it, I swear.
But he wasn't really prepared for it. I wasn't really prepared for it. So I don't want him doing homeschool, but if we need to take a step back, have him at home, make sure everything kind of settles down, do the quarantine for a little bit or isolation, fine. We have summer.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? We've got,
Absolutely.
2.5 months off for summer?
Right.
We have time to bring them back.
Yeah.
So why not protect our kids today? Figure out if we can do it virtual. If we can't, they get a little bit of, what are we in, spring, summer?
Yeah.
Spring.
Right.
A longer spring break.
Right. Right.
And do it now. I'm fine with it. I don't see why we wait till someone at the school has it.
And then everybody's got it.
And then everyone's got it,
Yeah.
or it's just a higher potential.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So that's my soapbox. If you guys agree with us and you want to sign Mikey's petition, get on change.org and get in there. And it's for the Hart District. What's it called, Mikey? How do they find it?
Shut down Hart School District because of coronavirus.
Okay, so it's shut down Hart School District because of coronavirus. If you guys are thinking the same thing for your own schools, I didn't even know change.org existed. So this is where these
Neither
kids are
did
at
I.
these days. So, if you're feeling the same way about your school, maybe you guys want to start one for your school as well. But, if you disagree with us, we're so sorry. It's everybody's entitled to their own opinion and we all feel a certain way. And,
Right.
but, it was just, I was more infuriated, I think, last night. And, again, just driving Mikey to school this morning and giving a mom opinion. And then he jumped in and he did it. And, bold for him, bold statement. So,
Well, the more I'm hearing these big organizations are taking action, the more I think, maybe we need to start being more prepared.
Yeah.
Right? We've been just kind of a little bit like, well, maybe it's not that big. We only have X amount of cases. But truly, we don't really know how many cases we have. And we don't know what the effects are yet. But I'm sure, Italy kind of probably felt the same way. I mean, obviously, it's just my opinion. I'm just making a guess there. But
right.
now look where they're sitting.
Yeah, no, for
So-
sure, for sure. So if you guys want to talk to us about mortgage, we'd love for you to give us a call. You want to talk to us about the coronavirus, call us anyway.
Right.
It's 844-935-3634. That's 844-WE-LEND for you, LEND, and the number 4. We mentioned at the beginning of the show, which if you missed it, just go back and turn on the YouTube. So if you guys are listening on Saturday and you missed the first part of the show, just jumped in your car, go to our YouTube channel, watch our live stream from this past Wednesday. If you guys are watching us now, we can see you guys on there right now. Hello. Hi, Aunt Lori. Thank you so much for watching. I love it. She's like my biggest fan.
Right?
She's awesome.
Hi,
She's amazing.
Erica.
Hi, Erica. Love you too. But if you guys want to, hear what we had to say, we talked all about rates. We talked about the speed. We talked about the time of processing, how you get your rate locked in. There's a lot going on right now, and we have been working just overtime and not really getting very much done during the day because the systems are crashing. There's just that many people, mortgage industry wide that are all using the same software systems. So we've actually decided to change our hours. We're doing that for you. Trust me. I am the person that likes to be in bed at 7 o'clock, which Mikey can attest to. My kids know I am an early bird. I want to get home at like 6:30, have my pajamas on, eat my dinner, and go right to bed. So we are changing it for you to make sure that we are more efficient for you and for your transaction. So if you do give us a call, during the day and they tell you they're not in yet, we truly aren't in yet. We're changing our hours during this temporary ride of these rates and this influx of business to work from 2 to 9. So, if you guys can call the office, if we don't answer, you can leave a message with a call service. You are going to get a response back. It's going to be normal, everyday business, but we are moving to those later hours to make sure that we can help everybody and help everybody very quickly. It doesn't do us any good from the time we get in at 8 in the morning until 2:30, 3 o'clock to be watching our computers spin because our software won't log in. There's just too many people trying to access the system. And like I said, the pricing systems, the application systems that we use, it's all mortgage software. Every mortgage company across the board, they're all having a very difficult way to go. So, Okay, so we got a question. I need help with the phone thingy too. Okay, so we can help with the phone thingy. So I believe she's talking about the phone app.
Yep.
If you guys want to get the phone app, all you've got to do is text the word mom to 36260. You will get a text message with a link. You're going to click on the link. And if you have an iPhone or an Android, you're basically going to take the steps to save it to your home screen. So basically what you need to do is once you click on the link, when you get the text message, on an iPhone, you're going to have that little square with the arrow at the bottom. You're going to click on that, and then you're going to have a bunch of options come up, and you might have to scroll a little bit further, but you'll actually see an option come up that says Save to Home Screen. You will then have the Mortgage Mom Radio app. Android is very similar. It's just that they've got the 3 dots, I believe, that you click on, and then it's going to do the same thing, and you can save it to the home screen. But from the phone app, you guys can contact us. You can call us. You can email us. You can watch YouTube. You can listen to the podcast. If you guys are podcast listeners, or you like to listen to something, when you're getting ready in the morning and you just throw something on, we've got everything that we do goes to podcast as well. So you can listen to the podcast, watch the YouTube, you can give us a call. The payment calculator is the best part about the entire thing. Because it will actually give you an idea of what your payment will look like. You can select refinance or purchase to make sure that you're looking at it in the correct way. Obviously, with a refinance, like we said earlier in the show, make sure that you know what your property taxes are per year. Make sure you know what your homeowner's insurance is per year. It's going to ask you those questions. You're going to put them in there. Know what your loan balance is. You're going to put it in there. Know what your home value is. You're going to put it in there. And have an idea of what your credit score is. Then it's going to go ahead and ask you for an interest rate. If you don't know what rate to use, send us an email. You can do it right from the phone app. But you can throw in an interest rate and you can see what that payment might be and how that might give you some savings if you were to refinance again right now. Or for a purchase, what would that house cost me? What might that look like? Purchases we just haven't talked about very much, so I want to get into that when we get back because we've talked all about refi at the beginning of the show. Yep. And it's just kind of been that crazy roller coaster of a ride, here over the last couple of weeks. So we'll talk about purchase.
You must have been reading my mind.
Yeah?
Yep.
You were thinking the same thing?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. So you guys want to get an appointment, you want to talk to us, give us a call. It's 844-935-3634. You want to get that phone app, text the word mom to 36260. That's mom to 36260. So for my Aunt Lori, who is throwing up into the YouTube feed right now because we are actually recording this live on YouTube on Wednesday. Do it every single Wednesday, live at 5. She is saying, you need to walk me through, I'm old. So we gave her a little bit of a how to save. Texting can be a little bit confusing. Right. So the telephone number that you text to is 36260, and the word that you put in your message is mom, M-O-M. You can spell it forward and backwards, and it spells the same thing. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit more about those purchases. And you guys have any questions, give us a call. See you soon.
She's the Mortgage Mom.
Mortgage Mom here. Did you know that property values are up and interest rates are down? Do you have some debt that you'd like to get paid off? Give me a call. It's 844-935-3634.
She's the Mortgage Mom. She can get things done when you're in need and don't know where to go. Pick up the phone and call Mom.
Debbie Marcoux is licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, California NMLS ID 237926. Also licensed in Texas and Tennessee, 184373, Arizona 094-1504, and Nevada 57237.
Do you own your home? Have you considered what could happen to your home if something happened to you and your family had to go through the dreaded probate process? Hello, I am the estate planning mom, and my name is Krista Hermance. I am an estate planning attorney at Hermance Law. If you own your home and something happened to you, depending on how title is held, your family may have to go through probate court. Probate in California can take an average of 12 months to 2 years to complete. It is very expensive and public. A will, while it states how you want your stuff distributed, doesn't actually avoid probate. It just guarantees it. If you want to avoid dreaded probate, a trust might be your best option, and we can help you figure that out. We have offices in Ventura, Westlake Village, Santa Clarita, and work with clients virtually throughout California. For information, text WILL to 474747. Again, text WILL to 474747.
This attorney advertising is intended for general information only, not intended to be legal advice, nor does it create an attorney-client relationship. Attorneys at Herman's Law are licensed to practice law in California only. You should seek advice from a legal professional licensed in your state. Herman's Law is located in Ventura, California, and can be reached at 805-518-9633.
All right, well, welcome back to Mortgage Mom Radio. I'm Debbie Marcoux, and I've got my sidekick, Heidi Schlegel-Points.
Welcome back.
And, well, what have we been talking about? Oof. We've had a long week. So, we were here until, 10 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit later. There might have been a little bit of drinking involved to get us through the night.
Just a little.
But we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep, doing what we do.
We're
and
going to keep
drinking?
hustling.
Well, we're going to keep doing loans. We're going to keep hustling, and we're going to probably keep drinking until we get through this tidal wave. But, thank you so much, you guys, for watching and for listening. And we do want to make sure that we do take care of you. One of the things that we promote, our biggest thing is that we want to make sure that our first-time buyers are getting into homes. That's really why I started this program at the very beginning. And when I actually started it, I had told myself I was not going to ever talk about refinance. All I wanted to do was to make people homeowners. I wanted to get them that first house. I wanted them to start that retirement plan and have that something for them for their future. And obviously it's morphed. There's been a lot that, a lot of people call and they've got refinance questions, and we'd get a lot of text messages when we were doing the texting questions, and that just got really overwhelming. It was really hard. So, it was something that's just kind of morphed as a show over time. And we've done a lot of refinance, and obviously right now that's the biggest, huge deal of the century at the moment.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. Thank you so much for watching. And thank you, Erica, so much for signing the petition. We love that.
Yes.
So Heidi and I are actually wondering, because we saw Robert get on last week as well. And
is this Big Rob?
That's all she wants to know.
That's all I want to know.
Are you Big Rob? So anyway, but everybody listening, guys, we really are. We're live at 5 on Wednesdays on YouTube. So if you guys wanted to throw something into the feed that you want us to read and read it out loud, we'd love for you guys to do that. Join us as we record. See what we look like. Watch us do it. You'll see that there are no scripts. We don't stop. We literally record the show, take the sound, and put it over to radio on Saturdays. So we'd love for you guys to join us, get your questions out, put them in the feed. We want to answer them for you. We want to make sure you're getting taken care of.
Yes.
There's a lot of times that maybe there's a subject we haven't talked about or we haven't discussed, or a question that you've been thinking. And trust me, if you're thinking that question, there are millions of people out there that are thinking the same question or have the same question. So we want to make sure that we answer that question for you.
Absolutely. And we definitely cannot think of everything. And there are situations that come up every day, every week. And honestly, we would love to bring them all up. But sometimes by the time we get here on Wednesday, I have forgotten what happened 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So bring them up, ask us the questions, or ask us a subject, bring up subject.
Right, absolutely. So, okay, so this is not Big Rob.
Nope,
he
it's
says,
not Big Rob.
We've chatted on email about home loans. Awesome, Robert. Thank you so
Awesome.
much for watching. Really appreciate it. And, get other people out there to do it, to watch us, because we want all the questions that we can get. It really does make the program so much better.
Yes.
All you guys listening on Saturday, on radio, we want you guys to follow us, watch us on YouTube, and ask us those questions. That is what makes this program. We want to give you the advice that you're looking for and make sure that you're all set up and ready to go.
Yes.
So, purchases. What a fantastic time to buy a house right now.
Absolutely. So I'm going to bring up something I really wanted to kind of bring up.
Sure.
Because I'm looking at everybody's purchases as it comes through after Debbie has spoke to him, or Larry, or Cindy now, or Carrie. My mind starts spinning. I really want everyone to know, especially in such a volatile time, and it is really competitive out there right now with rates and prices and everything. Please talk to us. Get your pre-approval done first. I have people coming in. We've got 15-day closes. We've got 20-day closes, and they haven't gotten pre-approved.
Yeah.
And I'm going through and I'm looking at their income and I'm looking at their assets.
Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. If they work with me,
I'm
they
saying,
have gotten pre-approved.
Right.
But there are clients that will call us that have already had the offer accepted.
That's what I'm saying. There are clients that will call that have already had their offer accepted, and they're in these short escrows, and they haven't called before.
Right. Exactly. Yes. And we're scrambling.
And now we're scrambling, and they're scrambling, and they're nervous because they think they're approved, but now they're not sure, and now they're not sure what program they can get, and they had heard on the radio they can get this 2.5% or this 3.5%, and they kind of calculated it on their own, and now we have to really start scrambling to make this happen for them. 99% of the time, we do. But don't wait to find out once you've found that dream, home of your dreams, and you've put that deposit down, and you committed to a 20-day escrow.
Right.
So
right. And you waived your appraisal, and you're putting 3% down payment. We need to talk.
Right. So it's just the best advice I can give. Everyone is slammed right now. Every mortgage company. We are going to make sure that your purchase is a priority.
Absolutely.
But give us that notice. Come talk to us. Let's make sure we know what you're approved for. Make sure you know what program you're getting. Let's make sure you know where rates are with the program, with your credit score, with your purchase price. All the information you need to know before you go out and get an escrow with that home that you just are dying to move into.
Yeah. And it's I did a full workshop series last year.
Yes.
Home buyer workshop. It went from 101 to 106 and 201 to 203. They're all on YouTube, and it's to get you prepared. It's there's some of the numbers maybe aren't the same any longer because the county loan limits changed. So from 2019, we went from a maximum loan size of 484, 350 to 510, 600 this year, 510, 400. 510-400 this year in most counties.
Right.
So, some of the numbers have changed, but the overall data, the understanding, what is the process? Where do you start? How do you get started? What are closing costs? What are property taxes? What is that going to cost me? What is an FHA loan? If you're a veteran, you want to know more about your VA loan. If you want to do a conventional loan, what if you need a bank statement product because you're self-employed? I have all of that information right there on those workshops, and you guys can, again, YouTube, that's why we're doing this. YouTube's all about education. When you think about, and that's why I really started it. When I think about how do I, and it's always like change a filter, switch a light bulb, how do I, cook whatever. I'm always going to YouTube for everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. How do I put water in the RV batteries? I'm going to YouTube. I'm watching it. So, everything that you want to know, how do I, is really something you can find on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure that's how our kids learn everything.
Everything. They're literally learning everything from YouTube. So that is why we did the channel. That's why we started it. I started it off with the workshop series. It took us a little bit of time to get bold enough and brave enough to actually do this show weekly live.
I'm still not bold enough and brave enough.
You're doing it. You're doing it with me every week. But, it takes a little bit to get that. So now we're doing this weekly live, and you guys can follow us and watch it. And, again, ask those questions. We're not doing the text messages anymore where you can ask questions that way. It was just really overwhelming for me as I was trying to talk on the radio. I'm trying to look at the text messages. I'm trying to answer the questions. I'm trying to take phone calls too. And it was just too much. It was too hard. But with YouTube, you guys can throw it right up into the feed. You can ask your question. We can read it out loud, and we can answer it for you. But I strongly suggest with a purchase right now, the market is fantastic. We are not seeing any signs whatsoever that property values are going to drop, at least as of today.
Right.
We haven't heard anything come out that is anticipating that. Everything leading up to, to today has been saying we're actually looking at a good amount of appreciation this year. Property values are great right now. Appreciation is still happening, and interest rates are low. I mean, so what you could have qualified for last year at 4%, 4.5%. I mean, we were even in December of 18, we were doing interest rates of 5%. We were locking in for home loans. And that was for a primary residence. When we're down in the threes right now, what you can qualify for is so much more. You might be able to get yourself into that house. You may not have thought you could afford that property. You might have been told that this is your maximum sales price. And now all of a sudden it's not anymore. So definitely something that you should be reaching back out again. Get back on it. Get involved. Get ready. Get started. Go buy that house. And before you do, learn. Educate yourself. It's going to bring so much less stress to you, to your life, and how that transaction's going to go.
Yeah, and we're always here to answer questions. So you can watch the videos, get some of the knowledge, and then call, ask questions. Debbie can answer it. Cindy can answer it. Carrie can answer it. And last but not least, I can answer some of it.
Heidi can definitely answer the questions for you. Yeah.
I'm happy to do so. But, you have all the great moms now here that can do it. And then I kind of take it from there. But call. Don't ever think. We get all the time, oh, my God, thank you so much for taking time. I'm so sorry we took your time. No, that's what we're here for.
Right. That's
we're
why
here
we're
to help you get to your next step.
Right. That's why we're scheduling appointments. That I'm very strategic with that. It's only the first appointment that we're scheduling. After that, it's a normal working relationship, just like any other loan officer you might work with. But we want to make sure. I want to make sure that I am giving you the opportunity to go through everything with me, to truly talk about you, and either get you that game plan to get you there, or talk to you about how it sounds like you're there. It's probably time to do the application.
Right.
So, that's why we schedule it. That's why I want you to call, get on my calendar. If you don't want to wait for me, my calendar's too far out for whatever particular reason, whatever the day is that you call and you want to talk to somebody right now today, we've got Carrie, we've got Cindy, and you can get on their calendars and you can talk to them, if not the same day, the next day. So it's really pretty cool. But we're going to actually stop the show with that. I mean, it's kind of been a long show. But if you guys have questions, you want to give our office a call, it's 844-935-3634. That's 844 We Lend for You, LEND, and the number 4. We would love for everybody to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We beg of you, please do it. We really need 1,000 subscribers so that we can actually start going live from the cell phone. That way, when we're out and we're doing things, we can bring you guys more content and more video. So we need those subscribers. We'd really love it for you guys to do that. Follow us, watch us. We're every Wednesday live at 5. Get those questions ready, put them into the feed. And one last thing. We were supposed to be raffling off Stagecoach tickets. We've all heard the bad news about Stagecoach, but that doesn't mean that the Stagecoach tickets are gone.
Nope.
They are still there, and we are still going to raffle those off. So how are you going to win those? Well, you got to join us live Wednesdays at 5 on YouTube, because we are going to actually just randomly throw out there what you need to do to win, and we're going to actually pick somebody right there and then. So you've got lots of great reasons to follow us on YouTube. You guys have lots of great reasons to talk to us. Give us a call. We talked all at the beginning of the show about refinances, interest rates, the market, how it's been moving, what's been happening in the industry, locking in your interest rate, getting that application done. If you missed any of that at all, you guys can go back and listen to the podcast, or you can go back and find our live YouTube. What is today's date? The 11th? From March 11th.
I have no idea.
Yeah, everybody on YouTube watching us right now live, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We love that you guys watched. We can't thank you enough, and we'll be back next week.
Have a great week.